Yeah, that Jesse Plemons movie was I'm Thinking of Ending Things. Is the name of it. So the two that are in the movie, I'm Thinking of Ending Things, is Jesse Plemons and Jesse Buckley. The two Jessies, male and female. Now we're at Dollar General, but I found this, right? What is this? Parking lot inundation during 100-year flood. What? During 100-year flood. Parking lot inundation during 100-year flood. Get a closer shot of that. It means great abundance. Guess there was a 100-year flood.
Cash payments unavailable. Do you wish to continue? Welcome to self-payment.
Me too. So this is Lake Worth. It's actually a cool little community, and it would be a great filming location, you know, for a werewolf movie, like Grace, aka Werevlog. Whoever wants to be behind that. I never thought about Jesse Plemons. Now that I think about it, I thought about Cooper because I'm a colleague of Cooper, and I think he's a genius. But I think Jesse Plemons is too. You know, so many people I think would be up for probably the role of Grace. It'd be very, very strange if I got it. You know, I wrote it. You know, I could claim Stallone on it. Mr. Stallone, the Rocky was in it. I like acting. Grace isn't a real difficult role. It's pretty much a straight character. He's really the only straight character in the show. Everyone else has like too much character. Rainey Love's a character piece. John Blacksmith is a character. Gerald Ullman III is a character. Grace is a character, but he's you know, he's kind of the straight man. I don't know. You know, I would have to like really sit down, because if people are gonna put a lot of money down on the table and say, okay, we're gonna give this thing a chance, they probably like try to talk some sense to me, you know. And also, I've got the conviction to direct. I don't feel like I'm gonna be in any type of blind spot directing. I think I'm gonna be like right there on the studio, you know, if we're shooting some of it in the studio or on set, then like ready to go, you know. Some storyboards and some just ready to improv. That's why I do this stuff every day. I sleep on my work. You know, there's not a day that goes by that I'm not actually, you know, making a video, you know, which is similar to film, you know. And I know they know more. I know they can give great advice, and I know that they make great movies. But if I talk about it, it's still a movie. And if we do it, then it's a great moment in time in history. But anyway, go get a taco. Yeah, these cleanings are pretty exhausting, but I do learn from, you learn from pain, you learn from struggle. Probably gonna get a Chipotle Ranch grilled chicken. It's a type of ranch, it's Chipotle Ranch grilled chicken. Add face tattoos to John Blacksmith in the script, and also add the lunar eclipse. So the lunar eclipse is going to be during the fight sequence, so you're going to have to fit it in there in special moments. Also, the lunar eclipse is mentioned when John Blacksmith talks about Weatherbug, so you'll be able to find it under Weatherbug. Add some dialogue. Gerald make a comment about that. They also talk about the transformation. Because of the fact that there's going to be a lunar eclipse, there's a possibility that the werewolf will only half transform, as in her legs only. Get it? By that time, I think they're pretty sure it's Rainey Love. So when they see her, she's only werewolf from the legs down. I like that image. So we will see that. Other than that, we only see glimpses of the werewolf, like a claw or a shadow, something not completely clear. We never see a complete great image of the werewolf. Now, there is a fight sequence in the barn. I think we can see it in shadows. It's very kind of dim. We don't see it clearly. I like to cover it up as much as possible, so it leaves, you know, the imagination running. We see it kind of in the shadows, or we see a glimpse of it, or we don't see it clearly. We'll have to find ways to make that work, which will be difficult. And of course, listen, there'll be a whole team of people that will want to have all this werewolf stuff, and they'll go hog wild with the best looking werewolf in town. And we need to calm down on that and stick to our guns. We want a limited amount of seeing the werewolf, maybe a claw, maybe a shadow, because the idea is a little bit always that it could be in their heads. Okay, there's a perspective that the werewolf is in their heads, or in all our heads, you know. But I like the idea of seeing him in the barn. So that would be one time when we first see the werewolf is in the barn. And then maybe like in the shadow, John Blacksmith, you know, John Blacksmith faces that. He's the first to see it. Gerald comes and saves him, brings him in. Then we see only half of the werewolf, which would be a woman all the way up, and then the legs. Very much like a satyr. Almost like this could be a satyr play. Go back to the Greek times and look at what satyr plays were during Greek times. So there was the real play, and then there was another play, and then there was a satyr play, which now they sometimes compare that to Saturday Night Live. But this is like a serious satyr play, you know? So there's a serious element to it. So it's an official play or screenplay, but yet it has satyr elements, because the satyr characters would come out, right, and dance, according to the Greek myths, would dance with these flutes and stuff like that. New note, have Rainy Love play a recorder or flute. I'd probably say maybe she plays maybe the recorder. It's a very difficult instrument to play for anybody. Some type of pan-looking flute or something that she played when she was in the band Silver. We're going to add that too for the third note.
You can take, what's his name here? What's his name here?
Movie database and Facebook. Listen up, post. Hey, Snake Little. Oh, sorry about that. wages of sin is death. But Jesus Christ conquered death. So in him we are free of death and sin.
Can you copyright?
Alright. It's Jefferson that's on it. Third president. Yeah, these are really popular in China. You can sell them for like $20. $2 bills. You can make a living doing it.
Yeah, sure. Here, this one.
Does it go in through here?
Yes.
Oh, it goes to the top. It's there. All these. Probably not gonna take that one right there. More noise. I got David Bowie copyright above me. Yeah, I just like that one. Okay. And then here, let's. Oh, and the change. All right.
What is it, a stupid chicken nugget?
No, it's a grape you ran over. Out of all that square footage, oh, sorry about that. All the square footage, you actually ran over that grape.
It was already squashed.
I didn't get it on footage though, almost did. I got the after effects though. That's symbolic for something. Do you know what it's symbolic for? Crushing a grape? I think it's, he was crushed for our iniquities, is what that's symbolic for. And don't forget it.
Luciano Pavarotti, the
critter. Let's see what we got here. Smell you later, beautiful. Brought to you by Amazon Prime. You can see me on Amazon Prime in the movie Butterfly with Gabby Corvina, Corvina. Also call her Gabby. She's a martial artist from the Philippines, or her ancestry is from the Philippines. The movie premiered in Dallas, 2019, I think. I found it on Backpage. The script was, I think, partially there. The sides were there. I went to the audition. Mostly had to just throw punches in the audition in the air. So she had me do this karate stuff. I had a history of karate in me. So she hired me on the spot. Then she trained later. The training was tough. Oh man, she's stuck on the wrong lane. The training was tough. But it was like 2 or 3 days of just training, going over exactly what would happen on set. Where I'd rush her with this fake gun, and she would block, or I think snatch the gun, and then get me in this deadly chokehold, and then then I died really quick. She's done tons of YouTube posts with millions of views, or quite a bit of views. Linda's weird about getting on the highway. I think we filmed it at Airbnb in some part of Dallas. It's right over there by White Rock Lake. On the other side of where the Arboretum is. 9-hour shoot for sure. That was consistent, or at least the martial arts went on for 9 hours. She's in incredible shape, and we would go in and do follow-up shots and get it all down. I think I worked a total of maybe an hour at the most, but it was a lot of waiting. And then she kills all the ones that try to capture her. Kind of a Kill Bill thing a little bit. And she's a younger old lady that belongs to a secret agency. It starts off with a priest. It's a nice little short film. It's hard to find. You can find it under Butterfly, and then go under Gabriela Corvina. If you go to YouTube, you'll be able to find it. Anyway, someone was asking me what the last legit project, other than the Please Subscribe show, the features that I try to lift off on my own, the projectionist, the filmmakers, and this little project that we still kind of have. I'm trying to get Linda's roommate on it, called Lynn Driver, which is a post-apocalyptic film about a DoorDash driver that continues doing DoorDash during a post-apocalypse. So it's like already the post-apocalypse. The zombies are already, you don't see any of the zombies, but they talk about them. But she's still doing DoorDash because the DoorDash is still active. It's just running on automatic, I guess. And there's like future orders that have been placed. So she's like following up with those orders and dropping off DoorDashes. I guess to kind of explore the area. And she has a cat named Cat. And we've sent up a few testers on that one. And I guess one is like a short film called Lynn Driver. But I wanted to do one more sequence with her and a mechanic. And then she meets her brother, which is also, I have that footage too. And we've already shot that sequence where she meets her brother and records a song with them at the end. It's about 45 to an hour long. And it'll probably, if I get that, if we can schedule it, because I'm trying to get her ex-roommate involved, if we can schedule it and find a good filming location, because I wanted it kind of on a hill, very Bergman, black and white, then we can then I can send it up on my channel, and then I'll include it on my Internet Movie Database. So it'll be like maybe like a 2024 feature that I can put on there as an indie. These are like all these indies I do are very limited amount of money. We're talking mostly just cost of living, gas money, things like that. Just very, very limited amount. But it does have a budget. It's just not like an extreme budget or anything. And they're very difficult to do. It takes a lot of timing and planning. Lynn Driver's been on hold for... We found a momentum to do it over a period of maybe like a couple of weeks. And I got Linda to kind of memorize lines in a way and do narration in the bathroom, which was pretty good. It came out pretty good. We also did narration in the car using Bluetooth. So you can hear some of the narration. It sounds like she's driving. You can hear the blinker and all that stuff going. That I wanted it to be that way on purpose, and it goes through on the Bluetooth. So you hear her talking about post-apocalyptic, dialogue, post-apocalyptic narration. It's mostly all narration. It's actually all narration, voiceover narration, but one scene, which is when she meets her brother. But I wanted to add another sequence with the mechanic, because the mechanic gets involved and they have a conversation about the car, and he fixes the car, and then they have a slight conversation about the post-apocalyptic zombies that they haven't, really been in contact with, but I've heard. They've only heard their voices. And I don't even really know if I'm going to have their voices in the script. I'd have to wait. I might find some stock footage on YouTube that I can download. I'd rather get an iMac to complete it, but I could still probably get stock footage coming off of YouTube, bring that in, and then I could have zombie sounds. Because I got the idea from James Gilbert, who does Vimeo. He's out in Los Angeles. Great actor. I worked with him at Texas Wesleyan. I told him, hey man, you should go forward with a zombie. He did a zombie short, and he was just doing it as kind of a gift monologue to a friend. So I got the idea of like, well, you can still do a zombie film and just have the voices of the zombies. Anyway, that's called Lynn Driver, so that one's still on hold. So I wanted to have Kitty involved more in Lynn Driver, where she basically takes the cat in a cage with her to some of the deliveries. But that's a lot to do because Kitty's still training as an actor. I got Kitty up the car, but we might can. It'd be a good time in October.